So, Jagex just released a new update today. It is September 13th for context. And in this update, it basically got rid of the weekly, we'll call it time lock on the statues. If we look at our Demarok statue, 9 pairs and we have 1 in the bank. So I've done 19, so I had 11 weeks to go. But I can now do them at my own pace. The same thing you can do with the gold statues, which I need a little bit more of. So I'm going to focus on trying to do like 1 strange rock and then 1 golden rock and then 1 strange rock and then 1 golden rock, because I can do them both at the same time, and then I'll have like 15 gold rocks left at the end. But trim requirement wise, I think I'm now time locked to the fish slingers requirement. How many fish slinger tokens do I have? I have 1640 fish slinger tokens, so I need like 2,000 more, which is like 50 games, and I need 300 medals, or I need 200 more medals, which is again another 50 games. So I think that's my major time lock, that and ports, which is about to hit 6 million distance, where I can get the final storyline mission and the final 2 gifts of goo. But yeah, so we're going to start working on our statues here so we can get through all of them this video, hopefully. I went ahead and completed the remaining rocks for my golden rocks, so now I can kind of do them in tandem and leave when I have both the sets of the strange rocks and the golden rocks. Oh, I thought they changed it so you could add it directly from the bag, but I guess not. And the statue's done. We've now done 12 rocks. If we check the plinth, we've done 12, so we have to do 20 more. So we'll have like 9 extra gold things we'll have to do at the end, assuming we go strange rock, golden rock together. But let's start on this agility. And now that we got this last thieving rock, we have our full strange rocks done. Normally, I would just go sit AFK for a week now and not worry about rocks, but we can keep going and do another one. But before we do that, I want to actually finish off this golden rock. So that way when I go to get my next construction strange rocks or my next crafting strange rocks, I can also get gold rocks, kind of like a 2 birds, 1 stone. So I did duplicate everything except for the agility rock and the herbler rock. So we'll go get that and then work through our combat rocks. This is going to be a pretty monumental moment, assuming I pass all these missions. Oh, this one failed. Will this one be a success? Are we going to get there? Ooh. I don't know if we'll actually hit the mark. Exactly 6 million distance. Maybe it just hard caps at 6 million distance. Because it would be very rare for me to actually get to 6 million distance. But this means that we now have the distance required to get the final story mission in the port. So when the Tengu, Memory, and Exile, or 2 of them show up for a day, the trio mission will now show up. So for example here, I got the Tengu and the Chef. And if this Chef was the Exile, then I would get the trio mission and be able to finish the port's trim requirement. But speaking of ports trim requirements, we have a gift of goo voyage here. We need to get another one after this one. This is our 3rd one. So when we get this one and another one, we'll have the salty title. So I am going to donate another 30,000 chimes for this gift of goo mask and get a good mission going. So after quite a tinkering around, maybe like 5 minutes, we were able to go ahead and get as good as we're going to get. I think with all 3 of these, we're at 95% chance of success. So let's adventure on the high seas. And one thing worth mentioning with this is that I no longer need to actually send out these missions that aren't special voyages, because I don't care about the distance anymore. We've hit max distance, so these don't do anything except for get more Azure. So I'm not going to bother sending out non-distance missions. Basically, whenever I get a way to lock out a crew member, so for example, I can go send this Chef, and what I'm going to do is there's no crew on here, and I'm just going to send it at 12%. and then you never get the voyage back. So that way, the chef is no longer on the rotation of adventures that can come into the port. But I might wait for some double missions just to fully increase our chances. Took long enough, but we finally got up to 250 laps. We still don't have this agility golden rock that we're going for. But if we talk to the gnome trainer here, we should be able to claim the agile top. And this used to be a pretty important item as it has negative weight associated with it. As you can see, my total weight is -4. But agility in the kind of, or even run energy in the current meta really doesn't matter. The only time I've ever had run energy be a problem is familiarization, which like lowers your run energy on purpose, and then caches on like an early Iron Man when you don't have high agility level because you're running around for like 10 minutes straight. But we can just destroy these, and if we need to get them back for any reason, like fashion, we can just talk to the gnome trainer. Now, we don't need to actually do the advanced course anymore. We can just do whichever one is easier to click. Whew, that took way too long, but we're now done both statues. Well, we're done all the rocks that are both strange and gold. So now we need to go through and finish Div, Dunge, Magic, Melee, Prayer, Ranged, and Slayer. I will say it is very weird to be adding to this statue more than once in a week, but I will take it. It's just, it doesn't change the overall amount of time it takes to complete this. Like, it still took me 6 hours to finish the Strange Rocks and Gold Rocks, but now it means I can do it over my own pace, my own time, and I don't feel compelled to do it every single week. And there is our, I don't know, like 50th Fishlinger game, maybe our 60th. I'm not really sure. But at this point, we have over 1710 medals. And with that number, we can actually buy the first 3 tackle boxes. So we'll purchase this one, and then purchase the 3rd one, and the 4th one. So the first 4 tiers of the tackle box cost 1710. That's why we have 39 left. And now the only thing we need to get from Fishlingers is this Champion's Tackle box, which means we need 191 medals and what is that? 1821 medals. And I got like 35 that game. And you get 4 medals per game. So we're looking at like 45 more games, which I have 9 tickets already. You get 2 a day. So we're looking at like 20 to 30 days, which I think at this point is our longest time lock for Trim. I need to actually just do all the content now. Alrighty. Our charity begins at home mission comes back. We had a 96% success rate, and we got the gift of goo. So now we got a scrimshaw of vampirism, which is the best one, and we have the way of goo, which is a cape slot item, and now we only need 1 to go. So what are we gonna do with our adventure rerolls here? So every day, 2 adventurers show up to the port, and you get different missions associated with them. But if an adventurer is currently out on a mission, then they can't be in the actual pool of missions. So for example here, if I were to send this whaler out at the next day, when it picks the 2 adventurers to show up into the port, it's not going to roll the whaler at all. So right now I need 2 of the Memory, Exile, and Tengu to show up to get the trio. But if I knock it down from 12 possible to 6 possible, that really increases my ability to gain stats. So what we're going to do is we're just going to reroll the adventures. And we got the memory here. Unfortunately, just the memory by itself. And we're going to reroll again. And we got the Tengu, but we didn't get the mission that we want. And here we go. After like 3 uses of adventure rerolls, we have the trio mission, and I already have my boat set up from the Gift of Goo. But I just need to go use enhancers to get 3 more ration packs, 3 more powder kits, and 3 more Sea Singers bottled cry. And I think we'll get to like 80% success rate, so hopefully we don't fail. Yeah, 79% success rate. And it's been 16 hours, so hopefully we get a success here. Yes, Eastern Adventure is done. We are done the port story mission. Haha, yes. Okay, so what do we do now with ports? Well, the only thing we need left from ports is the Gift of Goo voyage. And the same thing's going to apply where we go ahead and we're going to re-roll these voyages. Now, so we have the Occultist and the Memory here. So the Occultist provides Chi, and what does the Memory provide? The Memory provides Plate. So we don't care about either of them. So I'm just going to send out this mission, and I'm just never going to check it. And now the Occultist and Memory will never show up here again because they are out. And then just like that, we got the Gift of Goo right away. So we already have our boat set up with our maximum capability. And we do all 3 of these, and we have a 95% success rate. But let's go donate 30,000 chimes. So I basically went from getting to 6 million distance, completing ports in the span of like 2 days, just because of all these enhancers. So if you have those extra dungeon tokens from going for the ED2 log, ED1 log, or you just want to go farm up some dungeon tokens, it's definitely worth it to getting this done and over with. So if this voyage is a success, we will be able to get the salty title. The moment is upon us, potentially getting the final ports requirement and therefore the salty title. And yes, we did. We got our last Gift of Goo, which gave us the Mask of Goo and a superior scrimshaw of ranging. So we are now able to purchase the Sobajo contract guru, which gives us a 50% chime discount when re-rolling contracts offered by the Tengu on Waiko. So when we buy this, we should get the salty title. And there we are. We have salty. Fully explore what the arc has to offer, earning the right to claim the salty title and the unlocking Waiko 2 achievement. Now, to actually get the broadcast and the title, I believe I have to talk to someone. And we talked to Sensei Hakase. Is there anything for me to learn? And there we are. We've unlocked the salty title, and we've fully explored what the arc has to offer and unlocked it. That is another trim requirement down, and we have 8 to go. Champions, Chompies, Hard Mode Dunge, Fishslingers, 1 Barbarian Assault Roll, Rune Crafting, Runespan, and then our statues. We are very, very, very close to trim. So I made an absolutely crucial mistake with my rocks here. I was just kind of doing them back and forth, and I forgot that I have no rocks to alternate Hunter with. So I have to get both Hunter rocks in a row, and if you get 2 rocks in a row, getting the second one is 50% rare, so it's like twice as rare. And Hunter is also the worst rock to get. So yeah, we're gonna be here for quite a while, to say the least. Honestly, it wasn't too bad. We got the rock, and we got the previous rock like 10 minutes ago, so I think I got kind of lucky here. But as per normal, we now need to finish off our golden rock, so get the construction, crafting, farming, herbal rocks, and then the unique gold rocks. And another strange rock statue complete. We got all the gold rocks, we're adding it now. This is number 23, I believe. Oh, that's actually pretty pog. I got both rune crafting rocks at the exact same time with one inventory from the Wicked Hood. And that is statue at number 25. 5 more to go, and then we are done. One of our longer term requirements we have left. And adding the 14th pair to the statue, it's so close to being done, only 2 pieces to go. And that is the last agility rock, which means this is going to be our last agility lap for quite a while. I don't have the pet still. It's the only pet I'm missing, so hopefully we get it right here. But if not, one day I'll eventually go for the pet and try to get that. But looking at our rock situation, we're on our last statue and we have 6 rocks to go. So feels great to like almost have this done. All right, that is our last hunter rock. So if we look here, we have the 1 woodcutting rock to go. And once we get this woodcutting rock, we're done with strange rocks. Ooh, there it is. We got the final rock. Took what, like 0229 to 5832. So like 5 minutes. That's fairly standard, I'd say. In total, this requirement was 900 rocks long because you need to do this statue 30 times and there's 30 rocks each. So yeah, we're done. We're done the strange rocks. Strange rocks were always the biggest, maybe barrier for trim might be a good way of doing it. Something that like I knew I didn't want to do, so why bother start trimming if I know I'm never gonna want to do 30 weeks of rocks? So I am so glad to have this requirement done. It makes me feel like I'm almost trimmed. And we can do the final 2 pieces, and we've completed our own version of the Damrick statue in our player-owned house. That is probably one of the hardest requirements out of the way, and I'm so happy it's done. That's going to be the end of this trim episode. I still have 11 gold statues to go. I think I need a break from Strange Rocks for quite a while, and I'm not going to touch that until I get to the very end of trim. So next episode, we're probably going to look into hard mode dunge. Hard mode dunge that's probably the most active of all the requirements we have left. And we're very close to finishing Fishslinger, so I'll probably finish that next episode as well. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.